Alright. You saw the title? We're not going to do the prologue because that's already been dubbed even more poorly. So we're going to start with the Ruins arc, Chapter 1. You've fallen a long way, but somehow you hold on. You've fallen a long way, but somehow you survived. You're alone, and the sun looks so distant. As you look around, you wonder where you are. It's cold, it's damp, and yet you feel like you're home. But that's crazy. Still, you press on. A new adventure has just begun. You're filled with determination. Hello?
Well, look who it is. I thought you'd never come back. Golly, I bet you feel so proud. Wait, that clueless stare. Did they forget about me? That's impossible. Unless, here I thought it was all for nothing.
This flower seems to be caught in a deep internal monologue. The fate of the world hangs in the balance, or perhaps he's just a weirdo. Most talking plants are. Such surreal circumstances would leave many questioning their sanity, but a more pressing question weighs on your mind. What does he smell like? Take a whiff?
Yes. Hey! Look, buddy, I know this is a lot to take in.
Oh no, talking flowers are totally normal. Nothing about this even remotely feels like a fever dream.
Wow, sassy, aren't you? Here I was just about to help. You know, clue you in, give you some pointers, help you survive. If you're gonna be rude.
Wait, I could really use the help. I'm just surprised and maybe a little confused. But maybe it's fate. Maybe we were destined to be together.
Yep, that's it, I'm out.
No, I'm sorry, I just...
Relax, kid, I'm just messing with you. Anyway, you're in luck. I know all about the underground. But if you want to survive, you'd better pay attention. Oh, and, no more flirting, or I really am gonna bail.
Okay, you've made your point.
Well, in that case, let's get this tutorial going. See that heart? That is your soul, the very culmination of your being. It might not look like much, but human souls are very powerful. If you die, your soul sticks around. Any monster could grab it. So, try not to get yourself killed. Lucky for you, your old friend Flowey's here to help. Want to stay alive? Then see if you can dodge this. Wow, you're a natural. It's almost like you've done this before. Keep that up, and you'll get out of here in no time. Hey, do you hear that? Sounds like someone's coming. Well, that's my cue to leave, but don't worry. I'll be watching.
Oh, is someone there? Well, howdy, human. I'm Asgore, Guardian of the Ruins. Now, I know I may look scary, but I mean you no harm. But I guess the cloak does look a little spooky. At any rate, are you alright? That bandage looks awfully old, and you must have fallen a long way. I've got an idea. Why don't I take you somewhere safe? You can sit by the fire, sharing stories and tea. It's just a short walk from here, and I promise to protect you. This way, human. Whoa. So for ours, I suppose I can't blame you, but I do hope the flowers help soften the daunting atmosphere. After all, this place used to be so barren and depressing. So this is your garden? Why, yes it is. Do you like it? Well, yeah. I'm amazed you can even grow stuff down here. That would explain the weird talking flower. Oh, talking flower, that's odd. So you don't know him? But he's...
Golly, that was rude. And after I spent all that time helping you. Look, kid, I'm just a lonely little flower. All I want is a pal I can depend on. But I'm not good with big boss monsters. So could you ixnay on the overplay? But what's the big deal? He's not that scary. Maybe, but I don't want to slow you down. Still, don't worry about little old me. I'll meet you down by the candy bowl.
Human, was that the flower you mentioned? Forget that, let's keep going. Well, if you're sure. For some reason, this place feels familiar to you, fueling your determination. File saved. Strange, these vines weren't here before, but I was never fond of this puzzle anyway. You say that like there's more of them. Oh, that's because there are. They're an ancient, if inconvenient, staple of monster culture. Great for warding off intruders, but pressing the same switches, memorizing mazes. It's a hassle, to say the least. So, this is basically a video game dungeon made real, I suppose? Though this is actually convenient for us. One less lesson, perhaps, but at least it'll save us some time. Actually, the ruins used to contain many dangerous puzzles, spikes, pitfalls. It wasn't the safest environment for kids. Ah, you mean you took him out? That's lame. You sound like a friend of mine. He has a certain passion for spikes as well. But while it may seem disappointing, consider the risks. Spikes are sharp and can easily injure the inexperienced. But I've put together some alternatives that you may still enjoy. Well, as long as I can still do something, I guess that's cool. Oh, you will, but first, you should take a look around. I'll meet you in the next room whenever you are ready. Please remember to visit the Spider Bake Sale to show your support. Asgore. Please don't step on the flowers. Just a pointless switch. As you flip it, a cheery tune plays. But ultimately, you just wasted your time. Why, thank you, weird sassy voice. That was so helpful.
Oh, are you with Asgore?
Yep, guess I am.
And you're very lucky. He's about the kindest fellow you'll ever meet. He's always inviting us into his home and serving us wonderful tea. I'm sure he'll do the same for you.
Ah, human, how did it go? I, met a frog? They seem nice enough. Good. I'm sure you'll see many friendly faces here. However, that won't always be the case. Well, that's reassuring. It's not that I wish to scare you, but some monsters are rather wary of humans, and in such cases, they may very well attack. Thus, it's important that you learn to fend for yourself. Fortunately, this training dummy...
Oh, hi Asgore. Are you here to see the dummy?
Well, I was.
Oh, well, they're not here, but I guess that was obvious. Sorry. This is awkward, isn't it? Maybe I should go.
Now, you shouldn't be so hard on yourself. In fact, human, why don't you say hello? This is a wonderful opportunity to make a new friend.
But I just weigh them down. Geez, talk about a low self-image. It's almost like you suddenly feel a bit uneasy, but what will we do? Cheer. Hey, you never know. Maybe you'll lift my spirits. Oh, I get it. Okay, you can come over here. Or not. It's up to you. Here comes Napstablook. Napstablook. Attack 10. Defense 10. This shy spirit secretly sequences 6 singles. They're not that great. I don't know what to do. Sorry. Jazzy music fills the room. You hum to the music. Napstablook shuffles awkwardly. Oh, you like it? I guess I can turn it up. The notes start off somewhat slow and easy to dodge. They sort of stay downward, but aren't actively seeking to hurt Frisk. Asgore starts whistling too. You continue to hum. A few froggets gather by the door. It's funny. I was kind of scared. Notes pick up a bit of speed. Time to the music, ideally. Smells like ectoplasm. You tell Napstablook they are beautiful. They scoot back, blushing. I'm not worth it. Technical difficulties, please stand by. A Whimsun pokes its head inside, then scurries away. You pose dramatically. The crowd goes wild.
Oh, you're pretty good. Those kind of come down in a cascading zigzag pattern. Someone is showering you in rose petals? You twirl around, catching flower in your tree. The room is filling fast. I bet my cousin would. Well, that can wait. Let's wrap this up. The crowd is speechless. It's time for the closing act. You combine a backflip with the splits, nailing the landing. The crowd gives a standing ovation. Though Napstablook ducks behind you, they still manage to smile. That was pretty fun. And impressive, too. I had no idea you were so talented. Yeah, you were really great, human. Golly, Napstablook, you both put on a great show. Oh, gee. Oh, come on. Your music was half the show. I just did some lousy improv. Nothing fancy. On the contrary, that just makes it more impressive. And I'm sure you'll both be the talk of the ruins for quite a while. Oh no, all that pressure. I don't think I can take it. Oh dear, I didn't mean to worry you. Well, what if I keep them busy for a while? That may be for the best. But since you're human, I'm sure it won't be too hard. Well, we're almost to the fun part, human. Soon you'll be knee-deep in an assortment of puzzles. But are you prepared for the challenges ahead? Go ahead, do your worst. Well, I don't think you'd want my worst, child. But these challenges will still test your wits and your limits. But so long as you stay determined, I'm sure you'll triumph. Whimsun approached meekly. For some reason, it's holding a sock. Coom sock. You ask Asgore if he has a pen. He looks confused at first, but soon digs into his pocket. You take the sock. You sign the sock. You are absolutely crazy. Shaking, Whimsun thanks you before fluttering off. You won. You earned 0 XP and 2 gold. Line up the bridge seeds to complete the path. If you get stuck, just ring the bell blossom. Asgore. You can't shake the feeling that they don't belong here. Great job, human. I knew you could do it. Thanks, but this was pretty easy. Maybe so, but I figure it's best to start simple. Still, if you want a challenge, I have some neat puzzles at home. And you've still yet to face the rotating hallway in the crack. Hey, don't give it all away. Oh, my apologies. This is what they call a spoilie, right? I think you mean spoiler. Oh yes, I really should brush up on my hip lingo. That is the right phrase, isn't it? Well, that time it was. You hear a passing conversation. Greetings, beauties! Though our time together was short, know that I'll always remember you. But it's a shame, isn't it, Blookie? Sure, the gardens are gorgeous, but this place lacks a certain spark. But it's quiet, and the monsters seem happy. But where's the excitement? Where's the pizzazz? They're dying for entertainment, and they don't even know it yet. Maybe. And worse, they're completely deprived of modern conveniences. So, what are you gonna do? Step 1. Introduce my brand and revolutionize the ruins. Step 2. Find Shyren and put on a show they'll never forget. Step 3. Watch as our ratings soar. So, what was that about? Oh, those were echo flowers. They're a unique breed of plant native to the waterfall region. Aren't they neat? Hey, they're magic flowers, what's not to like? Unless they aren't magic and I just made myself into an idiot. Well, if you'd like, we could read about them later. But the mechanics don't matter as much as the enjoyment they bring. Whoops, I almost forgot. We had a little gathering yesterday. And, well, in my excitement, I may have forgotten to shop. Well, I did drop in out of nowhere, and quite literally, too. Still, I do want you to feel welcome, so why don't we shop together? You could even pick out tonight's dinner if you'd like. It's tempting, isn't it? But remember, Flowey is waiting for you. Could we meet later? I still want to explore. Oh, of course. I remember being rather adventurous at your age. But... Here. Why don't you take this cell phone? Then if you run into trouble, I'll be one phone call away. You take the phone. It looks more like a brick than anything functional. It doesn't matter, this is mine now. Thanks, I'll, try not to get carried away. That's all I ask. Now, be good, alright? Wonder why he's being so nice to me. Heh, well, who am I to complain? I could get used to this. The size of this beanbag chair intimidates you. It's like a black hole from which there is no return. It looks like a calculator with giant shades. What has science done? He's pretty dashing for a box, though.
So Asgore picked up another pipsqueak, eh? Well, just so you know, I'm his favorite, so don't be getting any ideas, chump.
Keep dreaming, pal, but I'll believe it when I see it. The Moldsmal wiggles and jiggles and sways. It's strangely hypnotic.
We're trying to form an interpretive dance group. You one day will be as talented as you, human, or maybe even Mettaton. It never hurts to dream big.
The strong smell of limes makes your stomach rumble. It's like a living jello. Fresh fruits, a salad, and spaghetti? You take a small bite, but your face scrunches up. The salt is overpowering.
Plants can't talk, dummy.
But you just did.
You heard nothing.
Hey, Napstablook, you doing okay? Yeah, I remembered I could go through walls. But I worried you, didn't I? Oh no. Hey, it's normal to worry about your friends, dude. Don't sweat it, alright? Oh, well, do you want to watch TV with me? My cousin's show is up next, but no pressure. Wait, your cousin's an actor? Yeah, he's the Underground's biggest star. He's cool, confident, brave. He's everything that I'm not. Oh, and he really loves humans. But, don't tell anyone. He's an anti-human weapon, so it might get awkward. Heh, wow, they really hate us that much? Well, not everybody, but it's different outside. That's why I like it here. There's so many flowers, and Asgore is always looking out for us, even if we don't deserve it. But out there, a lot of monsters are unhappy, and they might try to hurt you, or take your soul. Oh no, I scared you, didn't I? Sorry, guess I am a bad friend. Nah, it's okay. I'm glad you told me, but... well, maybe I can change their minds. Anyway, I'd love to hang out, but I promised I'd meet somebody. Oh, that's okay. Have fun.
Psst, get behind the pillar. Flowey, what are you... Oh, just checking up on my best friend. I was starting to think you forgot about me.
But we barely know each other. Was you really that desperate? In my defense, you gave some pretty lousy directions. But I swear, I'd never leave you behind.
Anyway, you're in luck. The candy room's just up ahead. Just go down the hall, then north. Then we can really get to know each other. I better be careful. If he's anything like her, then it will probably try and trap the kid under the thin guise of protection. And I'd rather not get skewered by his pitchfork. But it's still Dad. Cheerful, overly friendly. If he saw me, he'd probably invite me for tea. Maybe he could be useful, but I don't want to jump to conclusions. If I could reset, it'd be one thing, but with the kid back, I've got to stay sharp. I hate that I have to play nice, but it's my best shot at those souls. And there are some ways to tip the odds in my favor. Until then, I might as well have some fun. Excuse me, human. I have some advice for you about battling monsters. If you act a certain way or fight until you almost defeat them, they won't win a battle and I should give them mercy. Wow, it's like you read my mind. You humans really are amazing. Nah, it was just a lucky guess. Too lucky.
So you made it.
Gonna check the chat real quick. No one's watching. Great.
Well, don't just stand there.
Right.
Aw, what's wrong? You're looking pretty blue.
It's nothing. So, what did you want to talk about?
Well, is there anything you want to know?
Why should I trust you?
Oh, I trust Asgore. You haven't known him much longer than me.
I know, but
Wow, could you try to be more grateful, kid? I even went out of my way to disable that puzzle. Or did you forget who showed you the ropes?
okay, I get it, sorry. Just creeped me out a little. You were calling me an old friend or your best friend. Why is that?
Well, the truth is, you remind me of an old pal. You're both about the same age, both human, both determined.
A shiver crawls down your spine. Did something happen to them?
You could say that, but it'll be different this time.
So, what's your story?
There's not much to tell. I'm just a lonely flower who wants to see the sun. Problem is, we're all stuck here. It'd take a miracle to get us out.
How'd it get to be this way?
Haven't you heard the stories? Humans started a war, we lost, and they trapped us in a magic bubble. That's like Monster History 101.
Well, I might have heard a thing or two, but they sounded more like fairy tales.
Well, surprise! It's all real. But there's a silver lining. See, that barrier's got one little weakness. Human souls. Which is why plenty of monsters are gonna want you dead.
Wow, that's just what I needed to hear.
Oh, but I'm not done yet. See, I've got a little plan to get us out of here. 0 casualties, no strings attached. But I can't do it alone.
I know where this is going. So, what do you need me to do?
Golly, you really want to help?
Hey, who wants to spend their whole life in the dark?
Well, don't expect it to be easy.
I don't. Some monsters hate humans and I can't blame them. But every monster I've met's been super nice. You deserve better.
Then if you're serious, we're gonna need to get out of these ruins. If you can get me to the Queen's castle, I'll handle the rest.
Shouldn't we tell Asgore about this?
Bad idea, kid.
But I bet he could help us.
Just because he could, doesn't mean he will.
Why are you so scared of him?
Hey, I'm not scared. But he's got all those monsters to protect. So let's keep this between us for now.
Well, I guess it would make a good surprise.
Oh, but before we go, have a candy. You earned it.
It says take one. Take a piece of candy. You took a piece of candy. Press C to open the menu. Take one. Take a piece of candy. You took more candy. How disgusting.
Oh, I see what you did. Go on, take another one.
Are you sure about this?
Come on, what's one more candy? Nobody will notice. Besides, you're gonna want to stock up for our journey.
I hope I don't regret this. Take one. Take a piece of candy. You take another piece. You feel like the scum of the earth. Okay, I think I'm good.
But what if Asgore wants candy?
Then I'll have to share what I've got.
Aw, but you need those. Is one more really gonna hurt? Come on, please.
Why don't you take it?
I don't have any arms.
But you have vines, right?
You're no fun.
Despite his protests, Flowey takes another candy, but it's too much. The entire bowl spills onto the floor. For shame, Flowey, for shame.
Well, I hope you're happy. Hey, it was an accident.
That's what they all say when they're full of sugary guilt.
Look, I'll pick it up. Would that help?
Yeah, that's fair. Gotta admit, you almost had me too. Your friendship with Flowey fills you with determination, as does free candy. HP fully restored. File saved. Howdy, human. Can you hear me? These fancy phones can be such a hassle sometimes. Don't worry, I read you loud and clear. Ah, that's good to hear. Anyway, I just thought I'd check up on you. The store is positively crowded today, so I may be a while longer. But I'll try to... You hear a loud thud, followed by a series of clinks. For the royalty! Now, there's no need to fuss, I don't mind waiting. What's going on?
No, bugs are not cute. Silence, filthy single-minder. Arf, arf.
Good grief. Okay, Charlie Brown.
Howdy, kid. You see those cracks? Well, don't worry about them. See, that's one less puzzle to worry about.
Are you gonna do this with all the puzzles?
Just the stupid ones. What's wrong with a little teamwork?
Nothing, but I don't want you to do everything for me.
I'd never dream of it, kiddo.
Howdy, Asgore here.
Hey, is everything okay?
A bit messy, but I'll survive. And what about you?
I'm good. Just thought I'd say hi.
Howdy. Out of curiosity, which tea do you prefer? Golden flower or jasmine? Ah, alright. I'll try to keep that in mind.
You know, you don't have to lie for my sake.
But that's like asking me to drink Flowey tea. I don't suppose you'd consider trying other tea blends? Hypothetically speaking.
Nah, I'm not that picky.
Oh, good. Not that I was worried. In any case, I'll see you soon. Please be gentle when pushing rocks. They have feelings too.
Great, here comes the big one. Listen, kid, I want you to fall through the floor.
Are you serious?
Trust me, it's perfectly safe. Asgore made sure of that. Oh no, I didn't think you'd come over here. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to say? I can't. I just can't. See, he even left some pillows for you. And thanks to this vine, you won't have to remember the pattern.
But isn't that cheating?
Just think of it as a shortcut. Remember, the fate of the underground depends on us. Isn't freedom worth cutting a few corners?
Yeah, I can't argue that. Oh, hello again. How can I help you?
Well, I just realized I still don't know much about you.
Well, let's see. I have a certain fondness for tea parties, and lately I've gained a greater appreciation for puzzles.
But how'd you end up here?
That, I'm afraid, is a story best saved for another day. But it's alright. I've grown rather fond of these ruins. Just give them time, and I'm sure you'll feel right at home.
So, you gonna do this puzzle too? Nope, it's all yours.
Of course he'd leave the easy ones. Well, at least I get to do something on my own. Whoa there, partner. Who said you could push me around?
Of all the places to start.
One puzzle later.
You know, you could have warned me about the talking rock, but I thought you wanted to solve the puzzles.
If it means running in circles.
Hey, you didn't even push all the rocks.
Well, I just had a hunch, you know. Does that sound weird to you?
Here in the underground, we call that beginner's luck.
Hey there, Asgorgeous. Has anyone ever told you that you're hotter than a cup of tea? This is unexpected. It's not that I don't appreciate it, but I'd rather just be pals. Besides, there are others more deserving of your interest. And you're so young, you have plenty of time to find your love.
Don't make me take that phone away.
Look at all the cheese. Oddly, one piece is stuck to the table. Out of the kindness in your heart, you decide not to nibble. I guess I should...
Got something on your mind?
Nothing serious. We should get going anyway.
Sure, but don't forget to hit that yellow thing.
So you do know what it is.
Maybe, but you're the one who keeps touching him.
Just another lucky guess. Knowing that the mouse has so much cheese to enjoy fills you with determination. File saved.
Perfect. Now you're totally intimidating, really. Assimilation complete. We are legion.
Excuse me.
Intruder! Human, eh? Boy, are you unlucky.
Wait, I don't want to fight.
Buddy, pal, chum, broski. I'm afraid you got no choice. Yes, attack for the glory of the swarm!
A trio of troublemakers blocks your path. Dummy, attack 5, defense 5, dressed to look edgy but still a softie at heart.
You're out of your league. I'll be the overmind.
Lux flexes its tiny arms. No one is impressed. Lux, attack 6, defense 6. Don't pick on him. Family name, Eyewalker.
Keep crying, kid. Eat the swarm!
Cotton puffs fill the air. It'd be funnier if it didn't hurt so much. You try to reason with Migosp, but it won't listen.
That's all you got. Fury wrath!
Will this madness ever end? Perhaps there's an easier solution.
Oil wimp, victory is ours!
Kara, can you hear me? We want you to wake up.
Golly, that was fast. That idiot didn't even remember their candy. Oh well, I can work with this.
No, please, I don't want to. I can't. This isn't over yet. The cold stone floor rests beneath you once again. As you stir, you let out a groan followed by a sharp, almost pained gasp. Stop it!
Kid?
Flowey? Where were you?
Hey, calm down.
Those monsters kept attacking and you weren't... I thought... Didn't I...
Die?
You barely managed to nod.
Look, kid, I wanted to help. I even went to grab you something special, but I got cornered too. And before I knew it, I was back here. Don't you get it, human? Everything reset. Your determination saved you.
But it still hurt. Didn't think all the other monsters.
Kid, I know what it feels like. You start to wonder where you'll go. You get apprehensive. But you're missing the big picture. After all, you've got the power to turn back time, just like I did.
So I could do it again?
Anytime you want.
But do I have to, well, you know.
Well, it's the easiest way, but I bet if you focus really hard, you could do it right now.
Oh, I guess it worked.
Told you it would.
Oh, that's cool.
Hey, don't look so glum. Just think of it like a game. Instead of dying, you get a game over. If something goes wrong, you can reset and try it all over again. Consequences mean nothing now.
But what about those monsters?
You know, those candies might have helped.
Monster candy. Heals 10 HP. Has distinct non-licorice flavor. That would have been good to know.
Well, I've got one more thing that might help.
A ribbon?
If you look cute, monsters won't hit you as hard.
But I still know I shouldn't let it get to me. It's like Flowey said, I can just reset, like a video game. You equipped the ribbon. Thanks, Flowey. I guess you really were looking out for me.
Doesn't it go without saying? We are friends now. I'll just try to keep a closer watch this time.
Asgore? Oh, howdy, are you alright? You sound a little tense. You consider telling him that you died, but that's creepy. Sorry, I just ran into some meaner monsters. What should I... Did they hurt you? No. Well, maybe a little, but it's not... No, it was my fault. If I were there, they wouldn't have attacked. My optimism, no, my carelessness is to blame. Don't say that. I mean, I'm still here, right? Yes, you are, and for that I'm grateful. But if you you might find yourself in danger once again. If that happens, you must stay determined. I'll do my best.
So as long as you keep the tough dude, nobody will ever...
Oh no, a human, whatever will you do?
Wait a sec, do I know you? Nah, can't be. If I did, I would have pounded you by now. Well, better brace yourself, kiddo. To battle!
Here we go again.
What? Are you serious? The colony rules all.
Luke is sweating nervously. You tell Lux he doesn't have to act tough.
Cower and terror!
How do you see through me? Luke seems to have calmed down.
Traitor!
Smells like roaches. You try to tell Mugasp to chill out. It lets out an unholy screech.
I don't care!
Weaponized cotton was a terrible idea. You ate the monster candy. Your HP was maxed out.
Bow to the royalty!
Seems this bug won't budge. You question Dummy's life choices. It doesn't seem much for conversation.
Quit bugging me!
Dummy wobbles in place. You tell Dummy it's not too late. It can still turn its life around. It looks away. Are you finally breaking through?
Obey?
Dummy scoots away from Mugasp, sagging like a floor sack. You approach the dummy, offering an awkward hug. It tilts forward, hugging back? Its shades slide to the floor. When you offer to put them back, it shakes its head. It understands now. It never needed to change. An edgy dummy is just absurd. Tiring of Mugasp's aimless shenanigans, Dummy excuses itself. You won. You earned 0 XP and 7 gold.
I guess I was too harsh. Forgive us, tiny fleshling.
You fidget with your new ribbon. Death still weighs on your mind. I know they warned me before, but... Just don't do it again.
Righto. We'll just mosey along, then.
Wow, you really outdid yourself, human. And I see that ribbon's serving you well.
Yeah, a lot better than I expected. Really owe you this time.
Oh, don't sweat it. Just try to hurry up, okay?
Way ahead of you. Let me just take one last look around, okay?
Gotta have some of that spidery goodness, huh? Well, suit yourself.
A poster of some spider girl. She's surprisingly cute. Kara Sims for Muffet confirmed. Leave 7G in the web? Some spiders crawled down and gave you a donut. A picnic basket. You wonder how many spiders it takes to lift it. Spider bake sale. All treats are Asgore approved. Escaped.
Human, are you doing well? After your last call... Well, forgive an old man for worrying.
It's okay, I worked it out. So, you still shopping?
No, I'm heading out. Please do be careful, though. If anything were to happen to you, what am I saying? You're a strong child. I know you'll be fine. Once we meet up, though, I would love to hear about your adventure.
Asgore.
Don't worry, I already took care of this next puzzle.
Escaped. I'm out of here. Hey, is it okay if I call you Dad? Human, are you sure?
Well, I don't want to make things weird. It just feels right.
Well, if it would make you happy, then how can I refuse?
Is Asgore sniffling?
Yes, as long as you're here, I will do my best to care for you. Thank you for giving me a chance.
You know, you really gotta watch what you say, or are you starting to get cold feet? No, it's not. I wasn't thinking. Well, you could reset. No, I meant what I said. Well, don't say I didn't warn you. Asgore said to tell you he just left. Please, human, be nice to him. He may not look like it, but I can tell he's been lonely. It's still here. It's still here.
Yes, it was a bit alarming. But you should see them. So persistent, so kind. I don't know what will happen, but should anything go awry... Oh, forgive me, but I'll have to call you back later. There you are, and just when I'd thought to go look for you. Although, judging by your injuries, it may have been wise to do so.
It's nothing a little candy can't fix.
True, but a growing child like you can't rely on sweets alone. Fortunately, the tea should be ready soon. Just follow me.
As you approach Asgore's home, you start to feel uneasy. You don't want to say goodbye, but you stay determined. File saved.
Welcome to your new home, human. While we wait for our tea, I have a few more surprises in store. Why don't we take a look? Just a little further and surprise. There's a room just for you. I want you to feel like, well, part of the family. Wait, is that the kettle? Ah, well, feel free to look around.
Golden flowers, just like Flowey.
Golly, he really outdid himself.
You're telling me. But why would he have a kid's room?
Just don't get too comfortable, kid. It'll hurt even more if you drag this out.
But do we have to go right away?
No, you can rest up, just don't take too long.
A Delta Rune puzzle. Where did it come from?
Hey look, a pint-sized puzzle for a pint-sized kid.
If you're gonna be so cocky, then why don't you solve it?
Hey, I already did most of the work, now it's your turn. I hear action figures are great for planning battle strategies. Too bad you're not the fighting type.
You stare at the toy for a few more moments. Where have you seen this before? The toys still don't interest you at all.
Funny, isn't it? You gotta wonder why he has all this stuff.
Striped shirts, they look like they haven't been touched in ages. Still an empty photo frame. It looks like it's been dusted recently. These shoes look so worn down, I don't understand. Flowey, what happened here?
Believe it or not, I don't know everything, but there's one way to find out.
A box full of oddities. It has socks, stones, and even a live snail. Scandalous?
Maybe they're gifts?
Crumpled up Sudoku and crossword puzzles. On closer inspection, there's some scribbled out sheet music too. A stack of envelopes addressed to Asgore. There's a thank you letter and some assorted books too. One is labeled Cooking for Doofuses. A rolled up sleeping bag. It shows signs of wear. So the legends are true. The rabbit ears are real. You turn it on just long enough to catch a glimpse of that stylish rectangle.
Careful, kid, or you'll rot your brain out.
There are photo albums, scrapbooks, books on how to make tea, and plenty of botanical handbooks. Wow, whoa, it's a radio. As you switch it on, some folksy tune starts to play. Despite this, the room feels so empty, almost like it's incomplete. Potted echo flowers, they reverberate with childish laughter. Despite everything, it's still you. Let's just move on. It's Asgore's journal. Inside is a to-do list, some botanical drawings, and a note that reads, "It has been a long time since I've held this much hope." There is also a half-solved Sudoku. It's a trophy. #1 Nose Nuzzle Champs 98.
What do you make of it? I mean, you couldn't have won that alone.
I don't want to jump to conclusions. It's a clothes drawer. There are robes, button-up shirts, and a pink hand-knit sweater that says Mr. Dad Guy.
You wince, closing the drawer. The picture is becoming clearer.
Do you understand now? This is why I told you to reset. You got his hopes up and now you've got to break his heart.
No, we're gonna make things better. So it's not really goodbye, right?
Sure, but we won't get anywhere unless we leave. So unless you sneak out, you're gonna have to break the news.
Even in the ruins, he still has that Santa suit. Macaroni art of a flower. For King Dad. Yet again, you wince. Bigger than a queen-size bed. You found a cup of golden flower jasmine tea. Golden flower tea. All HP. A curious tea blend with a welcoming warmth. It's a history book. Here's a random page. Trapped behind the barrier and fearful of further human attacks, we retreated. You feel as though you've read this before. Here's another page. In these trying times, our king and queen became our last beacon of hope. While our king lifted our spirits, the queen offered the wisdom to guide us. To think they're still scared after all this time. Fresh fruits, like the ones you saw before. So much chocolate, so little time. 3 tiny teacups. They're still clean. 2 big chairs, 1 small one. I'd ask, but somehow it doesn't strike you as appropriate. It's a trash can full of crumpled up recipes for butterscotch pie. The heat from the kettle intimidates you too much. You decide to leave it be. The sink is full of white fur. Sticky notes cover the fridge with suggestions on how to improve life in the ruins. There are also child scribbles, and inside, snails. Well, I can't put this off forever. I just hope you'll understand. And that's where we'll stop the dub for today. It was nice, but at the same time, I am tired. I'm going to dub the entire comic, but not all in one go. I wanted to take it one arc at a time, but I think that starting next time, we're gonna be doing it one chapter at a time instead. Which, I mean, okay. In any case, that's going to be the end of this stream. I hope you guys had as much fun as I hope you guys had fun. I certainly did.